Or how would we define a Jungian spiritual coach?
And Jung is really the godfather of all this spiritual psychology because he was very much into the spiritual aspect of the human being. And at the time, him and Freud split because he saw something much deeper, that an urge for people, like Freud thought of the urge of that kind of drive to procreate. And Jung saw that there's a spiritual urge in people and a need to connect. And so he really looked at like all the things that were going on, the occult and metaphysics at the time, because he was trying to understand the human psyche and why we have these experiences, why we have these precognitive dreams or these precognitive experiences, and understanding the psyche in a deeper way, like what makes us have those experiences. And so he created a map of the psyche that is unparalleled. No other system uses it. Some people take pieces of it, but he really was the developer of that
Yeah.
spiritual psychology.
Yeah, Jung definitely assumes that there's a religious, as he puts it, a religious, which what he meant was a spiritual. There's a religious or spiritual impulse in the unconscious mind already. We're born with it. We can deny it, of course, or we can channel it in a scientific direction, perhaps, or a humanistic one. But it's still the expression of that, what he called the numinous nature of the unconscious mind. Gnosticity simply means it has that spiritual element to it.
Almost like a magical,
Yeah.
unearthly place, like beyond humanity, this other essence.
Yeah. Transcendent.
Yeah.
And psychology is a spiritual psychology in essence, not in spiritual, but not religious, of
Mhm.
course, because it can be applied to any model and it works. And we've trained people from all cultures, all backgrounds and religious affiliations, and the work does not clash or contradict their beliefs.
In fact, most people that go through the process, they say this now puts everything in one, it puts everything together.
Mm.
Because when we're learning, taking courses online or working with different coaches or reading different books, it's an eclectic model where we're taking pieces from different paradigms and different belief systems and just trying things out. And everything feels really interesting. But then how do you put it all together in a journey for someone and a journey for a client? And that's really what Jung's work does. It gives us that map of the soul of how we evolve as a human being into our spiritual nature.
Yeah. And that map, of course, just like a regular map or the GPS
Mhm.
system, is a way to navigate a journey. And for Jung, the journey that we are on as spiritual beings is individuation.
Mm.
And we can, let's say, in practical terms, we can say individuation is the movement, the journey from over identifying ourselves as persona ego to the realization of the self,
Mm.
of the true self.